Water Valley Blue Devil football kicks off now. Today's game is brought to you by Turnage Drug Store, Farm Bureau Insurance, Tri-Lake Eye Clinic, Midtown Auto Parts, Mechanics Bank, Water Valley and Oxford, Valley Tool Incorporated, State Farm Insurance, C.W. White Incorporated, Black & Associates PA, Luke's Body Shop, Renaissance Bank of Water Valley, Horan & Horan PLLC, Remax Legacy Realty, Sherry Fisher, Yellowbush General Hospital and Nursing Home, First Choice Insurance with 3 locations, Crow Martin PLLC, and Dunn's Country Store.
Good evening, Water Valley fans, and welcome to Blue Devil football. This week, the Water Valley Blue Devils are going to take on the North Panola Cougars, and tonight's game, Lance, we have been waiting on this one kind of every year. We wait on this game, and it's like, okay, that's the real test.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. It's always usually comes down between us two. And once again, it's us. Of course, we'll throw Senatobia in there too, but it's coming down to the 3 that we thought it would be. That's right.
But, you know, usually we either hit Senatobia or North Panola, you know, and you get to one of those games and you're like, okay, now we're going to find out if we're ready, you know, if we're really a good team, or do we still need to work on some things.
That's right. But this is a huge game for both teams. If North Panola wins tonight, they'll actually wrap up the region championship. If we win tonight and then win next week, we would be the region champion. So, you know, this is the time right now. This is a big game for both teams, and we'll just see which team can come out on top.
Well, it wouldn't be a North Panola Water Valley game if it wasn't raining, and it is raining. And I think it hadn't rained in 2 weeks, and it just saved itself for this night, I believe.
The last 4 games that these two teams have played in, they have played in either a rainstorm or a rain-soaked field with some rain.
Yeah.
Last year we played over there. It was a 10-8 game, very wet. Didn't rain much during the game, but it was very wet. The 2 previous year of the championship year in 18, we played twice over there. Rained both times. Field wet as everything. And then in 17, when we played here, when we lost 20-0, it poured all game.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, right now the field looks great, and I don't think it will be any.
No, it's not going to rain hard enough.
You know, unless we get something heavy coming in. So.
Yeah, might get some slick grass possibly. You know, and there's a light shower going. That's a very light shower.
Well, last week the Devils.
Well, it's a little bit more than a light shower now.
Coming down now a little bit.
Last week the Devils struggled a little bit, Lance, with penalties, and I know the Holly Springs guys were roughing us a little bit and trying to antagonize, but still, man, we got to clean that up tonight if we're looking to control the ball against this team.
And we talk about it every time me and you're up here. It's about not getting behind the sticks on first down, and when you get those penalties, especially on first down, it's just a killer. And so I'm like you. I think if we can come out and play a clean ball game tonight, we're gonna have a chance.
Well, and it's going to be a little difficult with the web balls. So whichever team can, like you said, hang on to the ball and not turn it over, they have a big advantage. We'll take a break, and when we get back, Bob will give us a rundown of the history between the 2 schools. You're watching Blue Devil football.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football and academics, selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for over 60 years. C.W. White offers local express ethanol and non-ethanol gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street in Water Valley. Also additional locations of local express and Sunoco fuels in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yellowbush County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
at Yalobusha General Hospital. We're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalobusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalobusha General Hospital.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, had a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
In Water Valley, see your good neighbor agent, Andy Epps, for your insurance and financial needs.
State Farm.
The Grenada law firm of Horan and Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnall are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
All right, we're back. The captains are down there, and they're about to go flip the coin. Bob, it's time for you to hook us up with the info on the history.
Well, a fairly long history between the two schools. Started out, was known as Sardis at the time, and then later changed, I believe, in 1961 to North Panola. This is the 46th meeting between the schools. Water Valley leads the overall series 30-14-0. The Devils also leads the series here in Water Valley 15-7. First meeting goes back to 1952, September 19th. Sardis won 14-7. And the last meeting, of course, was last year, as we mentioned earlier. Water Valley won 10-8. That was on October 24th. Coach Brad Emery, he's 7-3 against the Cougars. North Panola, as I mentioned, was formerly known as Sardis High, changed the name in 1961. Both teams were members of the Chickasaw Conference during the 1960s, during the Bobby Clark era. Water Valley has scored 40 points or more 10 times in the series. The two teams have played each other most years since 1952, with except for a 10-year stretch from 1971 to 1981. On this date in Blue Devil history, Water Valley's record, it's a good one. October 23rd, it is 9-2.
All right.
Wow. Well, my really, the biggest key that I could think of all week, I kind of listen to the kids talk about, I always ask them little questions. They don't even know what I'm asking. I'm like, hey, how do they look on film, you know? And they'll say, and I'm listening for their answers, because they'll say things like, well, you know, 7's really their offense and what a yada, yada, yada. But all I heard, I kept thinking, they're missing the point. It's going to be a battle up front on offense.
Yeah.
If we can keep them from getting in the backfield and make some blocks, I think we'll be okay. But they're going to be a big, strong team up front, I believe.
Well, they always are traditionally. They're
that.
always very athletic, and they always have a lot of speed, you know. So, in fact, they've had the toss.
Okay, so it looks like Water Valley has won the toss and deferred, so North Panola will get the ball first. So, yeah, the captains meet at the field, get all that stuff done. We'll be kicking, and we'll get the ball in the second. That's good, Lance.
Yes.
We finally won a toss.
And if our defense can come out and get an early stop, you know, that would be get the momentum on our side quick.
Well, the Devils are in the tunnel and about to come out. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for kickoff.
When did insurance companies start emailing handshakes? Why is a billboard the only place you see your agent's face? Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
See agents Chuck Upchurch, Don Gray, and Bradley Brown.
Here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Drugstore, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drugstore on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley. Midtown Auto Parts, your CarQuest dealer in Water Valley, has the parts you need for light and heavy-duty vehicles. Custom-made hydraulic hoses for the farm and heavy-duty equipment. 3- and 4-wheeler parts and small engine parts, too. Midtown turns brakes and rotors. Check out their full line of K&N air filters. Midtown Auto Parts in the middle of downtown Water Valley is now open 6:30 a.m. till 6 p.m., 6 days a week. It's Midtown Auto Parts, the real parts store.
All right, we are back. Bobby Clark Field, and the Blue Devils are just about ready to come out of the tunnel. The North Panola Cougars have come up, and they didn't run through a sign or anything, but and they don't have a whole lot of guys this week. It looks like they don't have maybe 35.
Yeah, I'm used to
36.
I'm used to seeing them on their sideline.
The Blue Devils, and the rain has kind of it's quit pretty much. I see bugs flying around and.
I don't see many umbrellas, so it must stop. Steve, we didn't mention this, but the North Panola Cougars are ranked number 3 in 3A. So you can put whatever stock you want in some of those polls, but they come in here as a number 3 ranked team in the state in 3A, so in the north half anyway.
Well, I think this is the, Bob, what is this, the 20th year or 30th year anniversary of the 1990 championship team?
That's right.
So I haven't seen many of them out here except there's one big one on the field.
Yeah.
Coach Mix. He knows all about a championship. And he's got 2 rings from this school now.
That's right. He's been a part of both our championships.
He's on both sides, as a player and as a coach.
Right. And a major part, probably as a coach too, but a major part as a player.
Oh, well, yeah. You missed it last week, boy. Holly Springs had a kid playing receiver. He's 6'3" or 4", 300 pounds, that could run like a deer. He dropped a lot of passes, but if he had good hands, man, we'd find a way to get his grades or whatever needed to be done.
Yeah.
All right, John Surratt has this thing teed up, ready to kick it off to the Cougars. And we're going to find out real quick if Water Valley's ready to play this game.
Number 7 is one of their, I think, major players back there.
It's an onside kick, and the Blue Devils have got it. Well, they're fighting for it at the bottom of the pile. John had it. Now, whether or not their return, one of the front return guys has stolen it from him or not, we'll see. Now they're saying he stole it from him.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that is one of the worst places you can be, is at the bottom of that pile on a fumble.
Well, and he had a good look at it. He should have known immediately whether John had possession of it, because once you get possession and you're laying on the ground, that play is over. It's not like pros.
That's right.
Don't
have to be touched or anything. If you're on the ground, the play's dead.
So it was a good try, and it worked. It just got stolen from us. So the Cougars are going to line up with good field position at the 47, trips right, single back, and they've got an H back. I don't even think that you can call that a tight end position. It's just an H now.
That's right.
So they're going to snap it and just run right. And Kirkendall's getting held a little bit, but nice pursuit out of the Blue Devils. But he still picked up about 7 on the play.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about, Carl Robinson. He's a senior. I think he runs a wide out some. He runs wildcat quarterback some. He's going to be we're going to have to really key on him tonight.
Number 7 now is lined up in the on Tripp's left. He's the inside guy. And they've got a single right receiver and 1 running back. So second and about 3. They hand it straight off up the middle, and good blocking up front. I think the Devils have kind of gone to a 3-4 defense this week. Well, and I've been begging for that, but your linebackers have to hit those holes.
They had to plug them up quick. They kicked out that end, and I could have even gotten through that hole and picked up 2 or 3 or 4 yards anyway.
Well, we might not have hit it as fast, but we could have got through it.
That's right.
1st and 10 for the Cougars at the Blue Devil 37. They throw it out in the slot to number 1. Q. Carruthers missed him, and he's gone. Marion Morgan didn't even have a chance, and that's going to be a 37-yard touchdown. And that's man, I've been thinking about that all week. You've got to get up in those receivers' faces and bump them. You can't allow them to catch the ball and set blocks.
Yep. And we missed a tackle there too. I mean, we had a chance to stop him right when he caught the ball, but he made a spin move on us and broke the tackle. And nobody's even out there.
Number 3, they just got the 2-point conversion easy.
Wow.
The quarterback took the snap and just threw it straight out. 8-0 early in the first quarter. We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll be ready for the kickoff. The Blue Devils have their first possession. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Complete Body Repair. They do headliner replacement, vinyl top replacement, air conditioner repair, lockout service, and most any other body repair your vehicle would need. Luke's Body Shop has 24-hour towing, free estimates for any job. Ask about their coast-to-coast carports, buildings, and garages. When you're in need of body repair, take your vehicle to Luke's Body Shop, South Main Street in Water Valley. Open weekdays 8 till 5.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Main Street Coffeyville Insurance is now First Choice Insurance. We take pride in our customer service. Our goal is to build long-term relationships with our clients through our experienced agents and the ease of doing business. It is our belief that people should be treated equally with the respect and patience they deserve. Great customer service before, throughout, and after the process is our main concern. We strive to give you the best insurance experience. First Choice has insurance to meet your family's needs.
The Grenada law firm of Horan & Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnall are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
The Cougars have scored an early touchdown. It only took them about, I think, a minute and 10 seconds. Kickoff to the Blue Devils now. Q. Carruthers, no, that's Jaden Morgan's going to pick it up around the 10. He's around the right side. He's got a pretty good return out there about to the 32 or so.
Yeah, he broke it out outside and got outside their containment, and that's a good starting position for us.
Give him the 33.
We got to go answer now.
That still bothers me about that onside kick. That was really good. It caught him totally by surprise. We just got to hang on to that thing.
Yep.
So, CJ will be the quarterback. Jaden will be the running back. You've got slot right, Marion and Colby. They hand it off to Jaden up the middle. He doesn't go very far. Maybe got a yard.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot there. He just tried to, I think the hole he was trying to hit was plugged up, so he tried to bounce it a couple of spots over, and that was plugged up also. Yeah. Good pursuit by the defensive line of the Cougars.
Well, they're playing a 4-3.
They've got some pretty good size, too, on that defensive line.
Pretty much a 4-4, but splitting their extra linebacker out in coverage, bringing them in when they need to load the box.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to play pretty close to the line of scrimmage and almost dare us to pass the ball.
This time they send Colby out wide late, and they put Marion in motion, and they're going to throw it out in the flat to Marion behind the line of scrimmage, and he's eaten up behind the 30. That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards. Good pursuit out of the Cougars right there, Lance. I mean,
it was, and the DB, they were in man-to-man coverage because you could see when we went in motion they had a guy following him, but he didn't actually go with the receiver. I think he sniffed that play out, and he was just right there, right when Marion caught it.
All right, so third about 13, and the Cougars look like they jump off sides. So that'll give Water Valley 5 yards, and it'll be, third and about 8?
Yep. Well, they jumped quick, too.
No, they put it up on the, yeah, that's right, third and about 8.
Outside of the 35-yard line, third and 8 yards to go for the Blue Devils.
All right, so here's where you make your money, third down. Wish it was 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 8. So trips right out of the Blue Devils. They put Dre McCray in the slot out there with Marion. Dewberry is at H.
CJ's going to get a chance
Nobody
to throw
in there.
it here.
He's going to throw it down the field and picked off right to him. He didn't even throw it to anybody. He just threw it right to number 5. And he returns the ball all the way down inside the 10, right around the 9-yard line, maybe the 8. Man, they're marking him farther than that. Probably call it the 7 maybe.
Yeah, the linebacker just dropped back in coverage and just read his eyes, and I don't know if it's.
Well, I don't understand who he was throwing to because it wasn't no blue jerseys anywhere. It was all white.
I think we had someone out on running an out pattern, but he was a good 5 yards behind where the ball was intercepted.
Yeah, Marion was kind of right there about 5, like you said, 5 or 6 yards. This time the Cougars handed off up the middle, and that's well played by the Blue Devils.
There was a gang of Blue Devils in there. I know I saw number 17.
Guess who's back?
Who you got?
Parker Todd.
Oh, that's good. We need Parker. He's always
got
around
up
that
slow
football.
now. His ankle was, remember, 2 games ago, he got his ankle was pretty bad.
Yeah, I've been seeing him come into the gym to get worked on, and some days it's like he could barely walk.
So second and 9 for the Cougars. Handed off up the middle again, and wow. Touchdown. He just fought his way through 2 tackles and got into the end zone.
Yeah, I thought we had him at the line of scrimmage.
I did too.
And then all of a sudden he just busted on through and all the way to the end zone. 9-yard TD run.
Well, the Cougars are going to line up and go for 2 again. This time we're covering their receivers. And he's going to throw it in the corner of the end zone. Caught. A good slant route, quick slant out of number 3. Number 3 just ran right at Rucker and then just cut it in real quick. Easy catch. All right, we'll take a break and be back for the kickoff right after this. You're watching Blue Devil Football.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Main Street Coffeyville Insurance is now First Choice Insurance. We take pride in our customer service. Our goal is to build long-term relationships with our clients through our experienced agents and the ease of doing business. It is our belief that people should be treated equally with the respect and patience they deserve. Great customer service before, throughout, and after the process is our main concern. We strive to give you the best insurance experience. First Choice has insurance.
At Yalabusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalabusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalabusha General Hospital.
Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drugstore on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
All right, we're back. Cougars are booting this thing off to the Blue Devils. Looks like that's Jaden Morgan gets it. He's bringing around the near side. He's got a little bit of running room. He's got a couple of blocks, switches fields, and it's a foot race. Who's going to catch him? 22 is after it. He dives, and number seven pretty much got him, knocked him out of bounds around the 10. Wow, nice return. No flags. That's going to be an 80-yard return right there, it looks like.
That's exactly what we need, too. I mean, we're down 16-0 quickly, so maybe that'll get us a spark here and we can put one in the end zone.
we got to do, you're right, we got to capitalize on this. You know, you can't end up getting I hate even saying to get a field goal. I mean, I was a kicker. I love field goals, but not in that situation. You know, you're down 16 points.
16-0, and you know, that's, unless we're going to go for two, we're down 3 scores already.
That's right. Dre McCray's at running back. Marion's in the slot. Dewberry's at H. CJ's just going to keep it himself and try to find a hole up in the middle. He got tackled forward for 5 yards to the 5-yard line.
And not a bad pickup on first down. You could tell that was a design run by the quarterback from the get-go. He dropped back like he was going to throw it, but he was just going to little fake pump and then take off.
I think this is a good play call by Coach Embry. You know, you've got athletes out there, but they're keying on our big ones. We got to have an athlete step up. CJ's got to have a big night with the ball.
Yeah, I agree. And like we said, you can see how, they are stacked up that line of scrimmage.
Yep. So CJ's going to hand it off to Dre McCray. He runs off the right side and just gets hit about the 3 and taken down. I wish he'd have dove over that guy. That guy got real low.
He got low. He got underneath him, and he just chopped him, you know.
Yeah. Dre tried to hit him. I wish he'd have just jumped up in the air and landed. He'd have gotten down to the 1.
If Dre could have hit him, he may have drove him on back, but he got underneath Dre. He couldn't get his shoulder pads on him.
Well, 3rd and goal from the, they're calling it the 4-yard line. So CJ's going to keep it himself. He's got a little room. Did he get in? Yes. Touchdown.
Good job.
CJ Telford, 4-yard touchdown run at the 6:42 mark in the first quarter. Now Water Valley is going to run in John Surratt. They're going to stay with the 7 game, not that old 2-point conversion stuff.
Well, we've been so successful on our extra points, and like we said, it is early in the game, so probably a good decision here.
Well, it tells me something. Their special teams have never been good. We got to really blow that part of the game up. And I'm going to tell you what, Hayden Eubanks actually simulated the snap. When his butt went up real quick, that's what that guy was looking at. He just kind of popped his butt up real quick, and that guy came off the end. That could be called either way, and I think that's what they're talking about.
I think they're talking about it. No, they're going to call it on North Panola, though.
Yeah. So I think we got away with that really. Because that ain't going to help anything, you know. I wish they would let you just take that on the kickoff. I know it's a dead ball, but this whole play is a dead ball.
Right.
You know?
Well, we gained a yard and
there's no
half a yard, 1 yard on that.
Right. Still going to kick it here, even though you got the extra yard. So Surratt's back. Walker.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he just falls on it. See? No. Look, I'm telling you what. We'll be going for 2 from now on, I bet you.
Yeah, you're probably right. The ball must have been a little slick because, it went right through his hands and wasn't anything we could do there.
16-6. We're down a touchdown and a field goal. We'll take a break and be back for the kickoff after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
At Yalobusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalobusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalobusha General Hospital.
Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnage's not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley. Your dream home is waiting. Buying or selling a home is a major life choice. Whatever your real estate needs, Sherry Fisher and Tony Hill can help you reach your goals with confidence. RE/MAX Legacy Realty expertise of the Water Valley market will give you the best possible experience from start to finish. Using the website, you will have all the information you need about the current real estate market. RE/MAX, the #1 name in real estate. See or call Sherry Fisher or Tony Hill in Water Valley.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Water Valley, big kickoff return down to the 10 and managed to get it in the end zone, but missed the extra point. 16-6 is the score in favor of the Cougars. And John Surratt. Pooch kicks it right in the middle of the field. Number 8 for North Panola gets it. He changes fields, and there's nobody there. He's got a foot race up the right sideline, and finally is taken down. That's number 18. That's Buford, I think.
Yeah, that's Dalen Vaughn, right? Number 18.
Who's that?
Dalen.
Dalen, okay.
Dalen Vaughn.
Which one is Buford? What number is he?
Find him. 26, Braden?
Yeah, 26. Okay. All right, so Cougars have good field position again. This time Ty Kirkendall initial contact, and then 3 other Blue Devils come in and stack it up. He got a gain of about 3 still on that. I mean, that's wow.
Kirkendall didn't quite wrap him up and let him kind of just get a few more yards, and then Jamarius came along and kind of finished it off with a few other Blue Devils. But North Panola is really trying to spread us out and then just run the little zone run plays.
Kind of gone back to a 5-2. Nice play right there by Marcus Cook. Wow. Cook just snagged him when he went through.
He got that arm on him, and that boy wasn't going anywhere. He wrapped him up with one arm.
Like he grabbed a rope handle or something on him.
Yeah.
Get back here. All right, third
down.
We got a third down, man. What is this?
3rd and 5.
Gotta make some money here. Slot left, single right, and he's way right. We got 2. That was a little bit of a quick jump by the slot guy. Thrown to him and tackled for the first down. He got about 6-7 yards on that play.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. That quarterback put a lot of zip on it. Completed to M.J. Newsom, and that was a sophomore to sophomore connection. This quarterback they have is just a sophomore, just like ours, and he looks like a pretty good athlete himself.
They're going tempo, handed off number 7 around the side. He got 8 quick yards, maybe even 9. Let's see.
Number 7, Cole Robinson on the carry.
They're just go, go, go. Yeah, 9 yards on first down. That kind of opens up the playbook a little.
Yeah, it really does. And I tell you what, we've shown that so far. I mean, we're not coming close to stopping. That was the first 3rd down I think we've had, and this is a track meet right now.
Handoff to number 7. No, he's just going to keep it, and did not. He lost 2 yards, Lance.
Yeah, that was a busted play. He was trying to hand it off, but the snap was high and the timing was bad, so he ended up having to just take it himself. So that's going to give him a 3rd down, another 3rd and 4.
Well, I think that's how you beat a team like this. They're not going to have a comprehensive plan. It's going to be a very direct plan that they've practiced over and over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
not going to be a whole lot of variables with their offense.
No, I think they're going to say, this is what we do. Stop us if you can.
That was a little bit of a quick pass right there. I mean, that receiver was off the ball before it was snapped. I don't know why they're not calling that.
Yeah,
he's downfield before anybody else moves.
Yeah, and it looked like he did that on a couple of plays before that, too.
That's right.
Nevertheless, they gave him the catch, and he's got a first down.
So 1st and 10 inside the 20, at the 17-yard line. We're looking down the field to throw it, and he's got a man in the end zone. 7 got it. If he didn't, he held on. Touchdown.
That's that Robinson. That's number 7. We said we were going to have to contend with him.
Right. I mean, you got to play him off the ball. They want to get downfield with him. You know, their other 2 guys, they want to hit them quick and let them work with the ball. 7 is just going to flat out run you and catch the ball over his shoulder.
Right. He came all the way across the field there. And we were in a man-to-man coverage, and he just kind of just separated from us right there at the end. Of course, they're going for 2 again. Too. It was a very good pass.
Throw it that time, a little quick slant out of the far receiver. No good this time. Ball was thrown just a little behind him. So that brings the score to 22-6 with 3:50 left in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back for kickoff after this. You're watching Blue Devil Football.
Your dream home is waiting. Buying or selling a home is a major life choice. Whatever your real estate needs, Sherry Fisher and Tony Hill can help you reach your goals with confidence. RE/MAX Legacy Realty expertise of the Water Valley market will give you the best possible experience from start to finish. Using the website, you will have all the information you need about the current real estate market. RE/MAX, the #1 name in real estate. See or call Sherry Fisher or Tony Hill in Water Valley.
Dr. Steve Edwards and the Tri-Lake Eye Clinic team strive to provide the best in optometry services. They're a full-service eye and vision care provider, accepting eye emergencies as well as scheduled appointments. Patients go there because they know they will receive the personal attention and professional care that is their foundation. They'll explain every exam and procedure and answer all of their patients' questions. The Tri-Lake Eye Clinic in Water Valley.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football and academics, selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for over 60 years. C.W. White offers local express ethanol and non-ethanol gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street in Water Valley. Also additional locations of local express and Sunoco fuels in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season. Joe Black & Associates, public accountants located at 306 Railroad Street in Water Valley, are proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devil athletics and academics. Black & Associates wish the best for the Devils not only on the field, but in the classroom, offering individual, business, and estate tax planning and tax preparation, electronic filing, payroll, and general accounting services.
Joe Black & Associates with locations in Water Valley and South Haven.
The Cougars, 22, they just scored again. First quarter, 3 scores. They pooch kick it down the middle of the field. It's going to be picked up in the middle by number 22. And man, I like that. He just ran right into that guy's chest.
Number 22,
Jerry and Jones, and he decided, he's just going to take it right at him, and he did. He just barreled him over.
I like that. He's not scared. He ran right in that guy's chest. I like that.
It was aggressive. All right, we got to get going again.
Well, we got 64 yards to pay dirt. Got to come up with a good drive. No penalties. This time slot left. Marion's in the slot. Single right, single back. Who's that in the back? Jaden Morgan in the backfield. A little bit of a busted play right there. Nobody blocked. Nobody. I think it may have been a screen. It looked like a screen the way they let the guys go through. You know it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he meant to fake that handoff or was supposed to hand it off. I'm not sure. Well, but it didn't look real good.
Jaden kind of came around behind him when he got the snap, and then he shot through the gap.
Yeah.
And then three Cougars are in the backfield before he can even decide what to do with it.
Yeah, right. Got Say Freeman out here on the left, wide left.
CJ's going to be a reverse. Marion's going to bring it around. We got one man to beat. A nice move right there out of Marion. First down over the 50-yard line to the 46.
Yeah, that was a very nice move, and it was a good job.
Yeah, Say could have got a block in the back there, and he let it go.
He let it go, and a very smart play by him. And Marion made a nice little hesitation move. He just
like he was going to give himself up to that tackle,
and he just hesitated a second, and then put it back in gear. So good first down run, good first down play for the Blue Devils, and we're in North Panola territory.
John Surratt's out there, man-to-man coverage. They like to bring him in and then throw right to him, and that's what they're going to do. They're looking to throw to him, but they hit Chance Dewberry for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, North Panola actually covered that very well. They actually had 2 guys on Chance right when he caught it. So,
well, I like the back shoulder throws here. Whenever you get man coverage on these speedy corners, run down the field and then stop and come back to the ball and catch it for a 10-yard gain.
Yeah.
And do that a couple times and then do a stop and go and hit them deep.
And a lot of times you can actually get a pass interference call.
That's right.
Too, if it's underthrown a little bit. Blue Devils taking their time getting this play in. You got 11 on the play clock.
They got slot right to the near side or to the far side. Put John in motion. CJ's going to keep it himself. Got hit immediately. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
they're just not fooling them with that play.
No, that so far they have shown to really stay in their lanes. I mean, they're not over pursuing. They're pretty textbook on defense so far.
Well, they're playing a simple defense. You're not making it complex. Like shoot this gap if this happens, and if that doesn't happen, then shoot this one. You just stay where you're supposed to get and come up and make a play.
Yep.
This time, Blue Devils have 3rd and 9. And CJ stops and looks over to the sideline to get a new signal.
There's 2 on the play clock. You better snap it. He got it off.
He's looking to throw it now. He breaks out left side. He's got a little room. He's got the first down if he can get there. Oh, nice. That should have been a horse collar right there. He grabbed the back of the jersey right there,
Yeah, that was a nice block also by number 6. That's Hayden Eubanks out there. He was really engaged on that DB, and that allowed CJ to get outside and pick up the first down.
Well, this is how you keep them from scoring, Lance. Keep their stupid offense off the field.
Well, and a lot of times when the defense is running a man-to-man scheme and they take off down the field, if you can get past that line of scrimmage as a quarterback, there's nobody sitting in zones to stop you, and that's what happened there.
Kind of an in-the-box defense. Once you get out of the box, you're safe. You got 10 or 15 yards. 7 seconds on the play clock, 30 on the game clock. CJ's going to keep it himself up the middle. He bounces it out up the left side, out of bounds at the 19-yard or 20, they're going to say. I thought he got the 19, but
that's a pretty good first down run right there. Again, CJ just took a few steps back like it was going to be a pass play, and then he just took off. And our offensive line that time actually did a really good job of maintaining their blocks and allowing him to get outside.
Well, that's going to be the last play. 3 seconds on the game clock. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. If you can believe it, we've only played one here at Bobby Clark Field. Score is 22-6 in favor of the Cougars, but Water Valley's moving the ball. We'll see what happens in the second. After this, you're watching Blue Devil football.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997. Your dream home is waiting. Buying or selling a home is a major life choice. Whatever your real estate needs, Sherry Fisher and Tony Hill can help you reach your goals with confidence. RE/MAX Legacy Realty expertise of the Water Valley market will give you the best possible experience from start to finish. Using the website, you will have all the information you need about the current real estate market. RE/MAX, the #1 name in real estate. See or call Sherry Fisher or Tony Hill in Water Valley.
Dr. Steve Edwards and the Tri-Lake Eye Clinic team strive to provide the best in optometry services. They're a full-service eye and vision care provider, accepting eye emergencies as well as scheduled appointments. Patients go there because they know they will receive the personal attention and professional care that is their foundation. They'll explain every exam and procedure and answer all of their patients' questions. The Tri-Lake Eye Clinic in Water Valley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Second quarter action, 22-6. But the Blue Devils are in the red zone.
On the 20-yard line.
Let's see if we can capitalize. Hand off to Q Carruthers around the left side. He makes a great move and gets upfield. Probably got about 6, 7 on the play. So that is a first down inside the 15.
That was a very nice run by Q. He put a little shake and bake on that DB out there. And just,
a little Ricky Bobby right there, shake and bake.
A little shake and bake on him and picked up the first down.
Well, he's the fastest kid on our team by far, I think, and the quickest also.
I was just going to say, a lot of kids are fast, but they're not quick. He has it both.
Right, I'd keep him in the game at offense more, but he's got to play safety and DB. And this time, John Surratt's in the slot. They put him in motion, handed off to Jaden Moore. No, CJ kept it. He pulled it. Now he's trying to get upfield. Man, he ran into a beehive.
He did. That play looked a little weird to me, too. It looked like the running back actually turned back around. I thought the ball, he may have fumbled it the way he turned back around instead of going on and finishing out the fake.
He got a yard or so, and I don't know how he got it because, man, he ran right into 4 Cougars just sitting there saying, "Come here, son."
Yeah, it's like we were saying. They're not really – definitely not over pursuing. They're pretty much just staying in their space and letting you come to them. 2nd and 8 from the 9.
So hand it off to Jaden Morgan around the left side. He's got a block, and he gets maybe a couple more.
He may have picked up a couple. It was almost like he ran into the back of his blocker there and couldn't ever find a seam to hit it up, to turn it upfield.
It's number 70. He ran right over the back of.
Steve down 22-6 and not showing that we've really stopped them too many times. This is probably 4-down territory.
Oh, reverse pass out there to number 4, and it's a touchdown. That was Marion Morgan to number 4, CJ Telford.
Now that was a nice play right there, a nice call. We'd ran the reverse before, and they thought for sure Marion was going to run it again, and CJ just snuck out there. He was just wide open.
That was that Russell Wilson reverse pass, wasn't it? Where they throw it to him in the end zone.
You know what? Marion didn't overthrow it. I mean, he saw how wide open it was. He didn't try to drill it to him. He put some air under it. It was just an easy catch.
Well, CJ handed that ball off and took off running. And that's taking advantage, like we were talking about. They're not getting in the backfield on every play. They're just kind of holding up and waiting for us to come to them.
Right.
And that makes a reverse very effective. So Devils will line up and go for 2 now, down 22-12. We're down by 10 points. We can cut it to 8 right here. CJ is going to go out. He's got Dew in the end zone, but he throws it to Rucker. No, that's Marion Morgan. Okay.
So they just flip-flop. You throw me a touchdown pass, and then I'll throw you the 2-point conversion.
There you go.
That was a nice
reciprocate.
Exactly, reciprocation.
All right, 22-12 or 22-14. We'll take a break and be back for the kickoff after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football and academics, selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for over 60 years. C.W. White offers local express ethanol and non-ethanol gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street in Water Valley. Also additional locations of local express and Sunoco fuels in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, had a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
In Water Valley, see your good neighbor agent, Andy Epps, for your insurance and financial needs.
State Farm.
The Grenada law firm of Horan & Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnall are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
At Yalabusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalabusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalabusha General Hospital.
All right, we're back. Second quarter action. Blue Devils got in the end zone again. It's 14-22. This time Surratt kicks it way out. The ball hits the ground, still on the ground, and picked up by number 8. And boy, if he gets loose, my goodness, how in the world did we let him get 10 yards on that return? That ball was on the ground.
It stayed on the ground forever. But, you know, a lot of times when you have a busted play like that, it's folks get, you know, the special teams, they get out of their lanes. They're trying to go to the ball. They get out of their lanes, and that's kind of what happened.
Forget about assignment.
Right. We need a stop here, Steve. We need a turnover or a turnover on downs. We need a stop.
Yeah, we need a fumble. Sometimes it helps to say it.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's get a fumble.
We need a fumble. Slot left for the Cougars, slot right also. Single back. This ball is probably going to be put in the air. Man, they're just leaving way early every play and getting away with it. There's a good pass out there to the right side, and he got about 3 on the play.
Marion came up and made the tackle. He was also helped out by a couple of other Blue Devils. And it was a good pursuit by the Blue Devils. It wasn't a big gain on that play. Picked up, what, maybe 2 yards?
Right. I think Bryant Mix is telling him, man, they're leaving before. Yeah, okay, that time there was a quick handoff number 4 up the middle. He jumped over a defender, and now Marion gets him down inside Blue Devil territory down to about the 35-yard line. So big play right there. I mean, he was stopped.
That was a very athletic move by number 4, Alex Gross. We actually had him stopped, and he just actually jumped over our player and turned it into a big gain in the first down for the Cougars.
Oh, that's a false start every single time. Nice job. The receiver is doing this, but right whenever he hears us, he's jumping and going, and then the ball is snapped.
Yeah.
And he's doing it every single time.
And they've yet to call it.
They need to call it.
They'd probably call it if our defensive guy jumped over that line just a hair too quick.
So 2nd and 10, the pass was no good. False start. Anyway, somebody yelled false start. I don't know who that was, Lance. They did it again. This time they tried to run it out to Gross again.
Yeah.
And he
wasn't jumping those 4 guys.
No. No, he wasn't going to jump that many.
Yeah, that was good pursuit right there.
3rd and 12. This is probably about the best defensive stand we've seen so far. We just got to, and they're a 4. They don't punt very many times.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they punted.
They would go for it twice.
I tell you who they're probably going to be looking for is number 7. He's lined up in the slot.
Yeah, Marion needs to get either a lot deeper or get up in his face and just bump for 5 yards.
Maybe we can get a sack right here.
Slot left, slot right. They're looking at 7. They're just going to throw it up over the middle. That's well overthrown. Nice. Good defense by the Blue Devils. And you would think normally on a 4th and 12 you would punt or,
quick kick it or something.
Quick kick it, but, they think their odds are just as good at throwing it down the middle of the field to number 7.
Yeah, maybe he's winded. He just ran a good 40 yards right there. So maybe
twice in a row.
That was Walker Telford that was on the blitz there, and he actually may have even affected that quarterback because he came in full head of speed and the blocker took him on, but he actually backed that blocker up right at the foot of the quarterback.
This time they line up slot left. They're looking to throw the ball in a screen pass right there, and it works. Wow, Marion grabs him and gets him down inside the 15. But, you know, they hit us with that during the championship year, the first game, a lot. They probably got us on that play 3 or 4 times that night. And it didn't work in the second when we played them in the playoff.
And when you're blitzing your linebackers like we were right there, I mean, it's as long as you can get the pass off, it's going for yardage.
Right. You gotta stay home with somebody. You can't send the house. 1st and 10 for the Cougars, just outside the 10-yard line. Going to hand off to the inside guy that time. Man, they're running big. Q hit him real low. That's number 7.
Yeah, that's number 7. He's a good-sized kid, runs the ball hard.
7 yards on that play.
Yeah, they can actually pick up a first down without getting a touchdown.
Hand it off to Gross this time, and he's in the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown run. Wow.
Just a simple dive play.
What's hard whenever you're trying to seal the corner and keep them from running over tackle, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
In between the guard and the tackle. With one guy, because your linebackers are blitzing almost every play, it seems like.
And, of course, they're going to go for 2.
Right. And that brings the score to 28-14. 7:39 left in the second. They go slot right, slot left. Single back Gross is the only running back. They're looking to throw this one in the end zone, and they throw it on a quick slant, and it's no good. And he wanted a flag, but you know what? He kind of turned back into Chris Harris a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he cut, he kind of ran back into Harris.
Yeah, and I mean, then the defensive back, he can have his position. And
That's right.
He had his position.
So nevertheless, 28-14. We're down 2 touchdowns. 7:39 to play in the second. We'll take a break and be back for kickoff after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
The Grenada law firm of Horan & Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnalt are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
Your dream home is waiting. Buying or selling a home is a major life choice. Whatever your real estate needs, Sherry Fisher and Tony Hill can help you reach your goals with confidence. RE/MAX Legacy Realty expertise of the Water Valley market will give you the best possible experience from start to finish. Using the website, you will have all the information you need about the current real estate market. RE/MAX, the #1 name in real estate. See or call Sherry Fisher or Tony Hill in Water Valley.
Joe Black and Associates, public accountants located at 306 Railroad Street in Water Valley, are proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devil athletics and academics. Black and Associates wish the best for the Devils not only on the field, but in the classroom, offering individual, business, and estate tax planning and tax preparation, electronic filing, payroll, and general accounting services.
Joe Black and Associates with locations in Water Valley and South Haven.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
All right, we are back. 7 puts a boot in it. It's going to hit the ground. Let it go in the end zone. No, it's not going to go, so Q's got to pick it up. Nobody is going to help him. Ball comes out. So North Panola has got it. Looks like, well, let's see. There was a readjustment. It might be one of those who's on the bottom with it. It don't look good.
Yeah, I thought they had recovered it, but I'm like you now. They're
Well, I mean, if we could get this back, that'd be good. They come up with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, now they finally give the signal.
So North Panola had the ball at right outside the 15.
The kickoff return had been pretty much one of our best plays all night long. We've had good returns all night, but that time, I don't know, the ball hitting the ground, having to pick it up, inside our 5 and no blockers. Turned out pretty disastrous for us.
Well, we're not even covering 2 of their guys out there. We're not, okay, there we go. Say made it out there. Slot right, single left, they hand it off. No, they're going to throw it. Number 5 hauled it in. Great play right there. And then, did he get in? No, they're going to call him down at the 1. I mean, he is one-handed grab over the shoulder.
Yeah, that was a very nice catch. Kind of tipped it to himself, Steve.
Yeah. They're just going to bunch formation. They got everybody up, single right, single left.
It's probably Gross off tackle right here.
They hand it off to Gross right over the end. He's just jumped over everybody for the touchdown. Bob, we need to go get somebody run to Office Depot and get Lance another pen because he's probably going to run out of ink tonight. 34-14, 7:02 to go in the first half.
A lot of offense.
Yeah,
Office Depot.
So, looks like they're going to go for 2, but they got to get everybody back in the game after the touchdown. A few players had run off the field. They got 8 seconds left on the play clock. They're just running 1 out of their 5 plays, He
didn't get it off.
Nope. It's going to back them up 5.
Delay a game.
Dead ball. Delay a game against the
What I don't really understand is they don't kick extra points. So why did half the team run off the field when they scored the touchdown,
Well,
just didn't make a lot of sense. Nevertheless, it's going to back them up to what, the 8-yard line?
Yep. That's where you hit them right off the. You got to walk up, get in their chin, and pop them when they come off the line.
And then run with them.
That's right. Hopefully, one of your guys will get in the backfield. They just throw it wide open. Who is not covering him?
You got to cover him. You may leave somebody else open, but he is the bell cow. You got to cover him.
We had 2 guys covering the other one.
Yeah.
So your score 36-14 early in the second. Wow, we'll take a break. Be back for kickoff after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Midtown Auto Parts, your CarQuest dealer in Water Valley, has the parts you need for light and heavy-duty vehicles. Custom-made hydraulic hoses for the farm and heavy-duty equipment. 3- and 4-wheeler parts and small engine parts, too. Midtown turns brakes and rotors. Check out their full line of K&N air filters. Midtown Auto Parts in the middle of downtown Water Valley is now open 6:30 a.m. till 6 p.m., 6 days a week. It's Midtown Auto Parts, the real parts store. Main Street Coffeyville Insurance is now First Choice Insurance. We take pride in our customer service. Our goal is to build long-term relationships with our clients through our experienced agents and the ease of doing business. It is our belief that people should be treated equally with the respect and patience they deserve. Great customer service before, throughout, and after the process is our main concern. We strive to give you the best insurance experience. First Choice has insurance to meet your family's needs.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
In Water Valley, see your good neighbor agent, Andy Epps, for your insurance and financial needs.
State Farm.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
North Panola has it teed up, ready to kick off. Devils are down 3 scores now. Just a line drive, high hop, taken in by Jaden Morgan. He needs to bring it near side. He's got a couple of blocks. Turn around and block. Don't look at him. There you go. Now he reverses. Oh, he should have kept going. Now we got a late flag coming in.
Colby saying it's on them.
Yeah, but usually you rarely ever see a flag thrown on the kickoff team. Usually, always, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on us. That's a shame, too, because Jaden did a really good job of kind of setting up his blocks. I was wondering if they were going to turn it on, but he just kind of picked his way through there, and it's a nice return, but it's all for naught. With the penalty, we'll be backed up to our 15-yard line.
Personal foul against the Blue Devils.
Personal. Wow. That brings it back to the 15-yard line.
First and 10, Blue Devils.
So 1st and 10 there. The Blue Devils need to put together a drive here. All right. Looks like a little handoff to Jaden Morgan around the near side. Strung it out well. He's lost yardage on that, back to the 12.
Yeah, like you said, they really strung that out. There was nowhere for him to go. He tried to bounce it outside, but cornerback was out there. So,
I'd like to see a little RPO, maybe slip Marcus Cook out in the flat on that. Maybe you could throw it down the field a little bit.
Yeah, we need to do something here. We got 6 minutes and 17 seconds till halftime. We need to get a score and hold them from scoring.
Put Cook in motion. Now hand it off to Jaden right up the middle, and man, he just got smoked. He probably maybe made it up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he may have got back.
No, he got a yard.
Okay.
They gave him a yard. Wow.
He got that yard on his own, too. He fought for that 1 yard because there was nothing there.
Well, you got 3rd and 12 now. There's some big kids up there up front.
Yeah, they've got an impressive-looking D-line. Got Colby out wide, Eubanks.
Marion's in the slot, but he's lined up right behind Eubanks. It's like a pass. He's going to throw it out there, and picked off. Wow, that's 2 picks.
That's 2 picks, and I don't know. Somebody didn't run either the right route or didn't run the right route at the right depth, because we had 2 guys in the same position. The guy that picked it off wasn't even covering.
He was
the guy
guarding
the
near receiver.
Yeah.
He was guarding Marion.
Ball starts the Blue Devils 21-yard line.
And that gives North Panola. I mean, how many times are going to give this team with a high-powered offense the ball inside your own 30-yard line?
Yeah, you can't do that and be successful for sure.
They might hit 50 in the first half. We keep this up. 5:20 still left in the first half. Trips right this time. Of course, they're looking deep to throw it, and he's sacked. They're blowing the whistle a little early now. I don't like that. You know, hey, it's football. Let them tackle the man.
Tell you what,
they are protecting him.
You can actually give credit to our DBs there. That was a coverage sack because he had time to throw the ball, but we had him covered pretty good that time and allowed our defensive line to shake loose and get a sack there.
Well, he was going to step up in the pocket, or he thought he was, and just chunk it down there in the corner end zone and see if somebody run under it. But
and if
time ran out.
If you got number 7, that's not always a bad play. When in doubt, just throw it high to him.
So slot right, slot left, single back. Going to bump the near receiver over here. They got a guy out there. He slipped, and he caught it. Oh, my goodness. He let him go. Kirkendall got him. Did he get him out of bounds? No, touchdown. North Panola, this is turning into a track meet.
Yeah, North Panola is doing whatever they want to do to us right now in this first half.
Number 8, Kamaria Milton. He's in for the Cougar touchdown.
So, 4:27, 42-14. They're going to go for 2. All right, slot right, slot left. They hand it off to number 1 around the right side. He's trying to find a hole, and he did not get it. Got knocked out. Jenkins is down. He's slow to get up. I don't know. He hadn't got up yet. He's trying to. Now he goes. There he goes. He gets up now. All right, we'll take a break and be back for the kickoff after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
When did insurance companies start emailing handshakes? Why is a billboard the only place you see your agent's face? Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
See agents Chuck Upchurch, Don Gray, and Bradley Brown. Midtown Auto Parts, your CarQuest dealer in Water Valley, has the parts you need for light and heavy-duty vehicles. Custom-made hydraulic hoses for the farm and heavy-duty equipment. 3- and 4-wheeler parts and small engine parts, too. Midtown turns brakes and rotors. Check out their full line of K&N air filters. Midtown Auto Parts in the middle of downtown Water Valley is now open 6:30 a.m. till 6 p.m., 6 days a week. It's Midtown Auto Parts, the real parts store.
All right, we're back. 4:27 to go in the first half, 14-42. North Panola kicks off. Jaden Morgan will field it right around the 16-yard line. He's trying to run up the middle, now bounces it near side. Just ran into 4 Cougars right there. But he did get it up to the 30, no flags. It'll be the at least we have the ball.
We have the ball, no flags. We got a 1st and 10. We got 4 minutes and 19 seconds to try to put another score on the board before half.
Well, Lance, traditionally this year we have been a second half team. You know,
we better be tonight.
Yeah, better be a whole different second half team. Colby's out wide left. Surratt and Rucker near side in a stack I formation at receiver.
Yeah.
And then Jaden Morgan's in the backfield with CJ. It's going to be just a design run right there. CJ, he lost 2.
Yeah, tackled by number 4, Alex Gross.
I just don't. I'm trying to figure out why we're not picking up that block. I mean, are they moving and we're not seeing that guy, or I'd have to watch it on film.
Yeah, they may be reading that play. We ran that with some success earlier in the game, and you know, when you drop back like that, you're hoping the linebackers are going to drop back in coverage, but they didn't on that play.
No.
Matter of fact, number 4 shot on through there and made the play in the backfield.
Same formation, handed off to, no, he's going to keep it. CJ pulled it, and he pulled it, which was a bad decision because it looked like Jaden had the corner right there with a one-on-one coverage out on the edge.
Yeah, I agree.
Why do you not give that ball off?
Yeah, I'm not sure who he was reading on that play, but I think in that case he probably should have let Jaden take it around that left end.
I have heard that he's pulled it a lot when he should have given it. I mean, you gotta be a team player and give that ball up to the guy that's got the best opportunity to make a play. Now we're in 3rd and long, 3rd and 12. He's looking to throw it again. He just lofts it up. Marion's wide open, got the catch. First down inside the 30, down to the 20-yard line. Wow. That was just a stop and go, I think. That was the stop and go that we've been.
And he put some air under it, and Marion ran under it, and then Marion carried the defender about 15 yards after he caught the ball. You know, Marion's not that big of a kid, but he's got a lot of power.
Yeah. He's filled out in the last year or so, and he's gained about, you know, I used to make fun of him because he was short.
Yeah.
And then now I can't do that. He's grown 3 inches, I think, in the last year and a half.
He's a good football player. And we're going to need some more plays just like that if we're going to stay in this ball game.
Well, he's still developing. You know, I mean, he's got another 2 or 3 years of growing, I think.
Yeah. He's a junior, but he is a very young junior.
Yeah, that's right. All right, 1st and 10, Blue Devils at the 20. CJ's going to pull it, looking to throw it. Oh, Dewberry just got depleted. He throws in the end zone. He's got Colby. Oh, Colby went up and it just went through his hands. It was kind of high, 50-50 ball, you know.
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad play at all. You know, Colby's got good height on him. He can jump pretty good, and that was one of those things. Either Colby was going to catch that for a touchdown, or it was going to be an incompletion. Wasn't a chance of it being an interception.
Yeah, it was actually a good throw. 2nd and 10 though for the Blue Devils. We need to, you know, remember in Little Giants when they put the stickum on their hands like that. We need some of that. Johnson right in the slot. Hayden Eubanks wide. Colby on the far side. They're going to hand it off to Jaden around the left side. He got about 5 or 6 on that play.
Yeah,
Call it 5.
It looked like he was even going to get more than that. Someone got him from the backside. It was almost like Jaden didn't see him and didn't hit that gear quite quick enough.
Well, I mean, it was a late give off. It was like CJ was waiting.
Right,
if he'd have just given it to him right away, man, he could have made that corner.
Because he had blockers in front. We were pulling the guard and tackle, I guess.
I don't know what he's reading, like you said earlier, but it's taking too long. Dre McCray is in the game. They throw it out to Dre McCray, and he's wide open. Oh,
wow.
There's the helmet-to-helmet contact. Throw him out of the game. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, Dre had that catch, and it was just helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the last play for that fella tonight.
Yeah, that's what they're calling.
I can't tell who it was.
Well, do they even throw? Do you even get kicked out of the game anymore for that kind of stuff in high school? And that's number 7 too, wasn't it?
I'm thinking it was.
That would be huge.
That would be a huge blow. I'm not sure of the high school rules. I know in college you're gone.
Oh yeah, pros also, you know. And it don't even have to be hard. It can just be a love tap,
right.
Helmet to helmet.
You can't leave with your helmet.
You know, at this level, you would think they'd be more strict on it now,
right?
And that would prevent a lot of the crap in college and pro.
True.
You know, that's where we're messing up. You defend it by saying, well, it's just kids. Well, when are they going to learn? How many times is it going to be just a kid?
Yeah.
When they robbed a bank, you know, well, they're just a kid, you know. Now we got timeout, Cougars. All right. So we'll keep it here. I want to remind everybody to catch the playback each weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 11 o'clock, Channel 97 Max South, and on Mondays at the latest on YouTube. Just go type in Water Valley versus North Panola. Make sure you're clicking on 2020 or this year's game. And if you want to get the game each week, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and you'll start getting notifications right away. Turn those on.
It's a big play for us right here, Steve. You know, we're down 28 points, but if we could punch one in right here before half and we get the ball back first in the second half, you know, we could get back in this ball game with a score here and a score on our first possession.
You never know. I mean, the way we're moving the ball is, you know, we're not moving it and then we'll move it. We're not. If we can stay consistently moving the ball and stop them a few times,
we just got to stop them, you know.
Maybe this game can turn around. You never know, but there's a lot of points up there on that board right now.
They haven't really stopped us. Now we've turned it over. We've had 2 interceptions. We've had a fumble. I don't think there's been a punt tonight.
Slide left. Hayden Eubanks split way wide. They hand it off to Carruthers around the right side. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. Q Carruthers just weaved his way through about 3 guys and jumped in the end zone.
Yeah, he turned on the afterburners there and got on that corner, and then he just made that cutback move, and nice run there. And a good answer by the Blue Devils, like we were saying right before half.
with a minute and 24 seconds left in the half, Devils needed something to put on the board. Now Surratt will be out to kick the extra point. That if we make it, that bring it to 21. That cut it in half. That makes it 3 scores. And the Devils do get the ball coming out in the second half.
Because we won the toss, we deferred to the second half.
So we need a good snap hold kick right here. It's down late, but Surratt stayed with it, made a great kick.
Yeah, we're having a little trouble getting our snaps and getting them down on that tee, but John made a very good play. And
I think
right
we're going to pick up Walker Teffer's hand over there with the ball.
Yeah.
All right, 21-42.
When did insurance companies start emailing handshakes? Why is a billboard the only place you see your agent's face? Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
See agents Chuck Upchurch, Don Gray, and Bradley Brown.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football and academics, selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for over 60 years. C.W. White offers local express ethanol and non-ethanol gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street in Water Valley. Also additional locations of local express and Sunoco fuels in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season.
Complete Body Repair. They do headliner replacement, vinyl top replacement, air conditioner repair, lockout service, and most any other body repair your vehicle would need. Luke's Body Shop has 24-hour towing, free estimates for any job. Ask about their coast-to-coast carports, buildings, and garages. When you're in need of body repair, take your vehicle to Luke's Body Shop, South Main Street in Water Valley. Open weekdays 8 till 5.
Now, just as big as we said it was for us to score right before half, there's still a minute and 24 seconds. It's going to be huge to not let them score right before half.
Yeah, we almost scored a little too quick.
At this point, though, I don't believe we can fuss about a touchdown.
Right, just got to get it in no matter what. So Surratt comes to the ball. He puts a boot in it, pops it up to the near side. Fair catch called for. And then, I was thinking, if you try to run that, we're going to pull that flag on you. But he caught it, Fair caught it at the 27-yard line. So that's where the Cougars will start.
North Panola.
So what do you think so far we got to do? We got to quit overcommitting out of our linebackers. They got to kind of stay home and play zone almost. You know, they got to blitz maybe one every now and then.
Right.
But somebody's got to stay home. But we only have 2 linebackers, Lance. I mean,
well, they've got to spread out. And this time they're kind of bunched up, but usually they have a spread out so far on the field. We got to get DBs out on them.
Hand it out just to pretty much kind of a jet sweep type play right there. Just sprint right, hand him the ball and let him try to make the corner.
Yeah, that was a good tackle on that end. For a while, it looked like they might turn that into a big gainer, but Chris Harris was out there to take care of that.
He got out of bounds, but the clock's still running. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. We got under a minute to go.
Yeah, we'll let it tick on.
We ain't gonna say nothing about that. Slot left, slot right. Gross is in the backfield. And you can bet they're going downfield with this one right here. He got number 7 on the slide, and they got their other guy down the sideline on a fly pattern who just outran Chris Harris. Harris just gave up running after him.
He did. He just gave up when he saw he was beat. It's a good thing it was overthrown because that was a touchdown. He had 5 yards on Chris on that play.
And trying to make it 6.
Yeah.
he was pulling away. Old Jerry Clower said talking about a chasing somebody. He was 3 feet away and trying to make it 2. All right, here we go. 3rd down and about 4, long 4. Slide left. They're going to pull it and keep it around the number 7. Just kept it himself. Did he fall forward enough? It ain't going to matter. They'd go for it. But 30 seconds left. Now they're stopping the clock.
I think Water Valley took a timeout.
What?
Took a timeout.
Timeout, Water Valley.
Forced their hand a little bit here. But they gave them the first down, so I don't think Brad knew that they got the first down.
Uh-huh. I think he was going to call timeout to keep them from going forward on 4th down real quick.
Yeah.
But we're stuck with the timeout now. And I think we've done a pretty good job of running a lot of different personnel in tonight. You know, I'm seeing a lot of different jerseys in on offense. I mean, Surratt's playing a lot on receiver.
Yeah.
Trying to give some of these other guys a break so they can play defense.
Right.
But that's just kind of the problem you have at this level, and especially in 3A, where you just don't have that many athletes, you know, dominant in a position. You know, usually if you get a stud, they're playing 2, maybe 3 positions.
Exactly.
You know, look at Marcus Cook.
Yeah. And the way this game has gone in the first half, the track meet that it's been, you know, it hasn't been much time for anybody to get a breather.
Right.
And if you're playing both ways right now, you're probably pretty gassed right now. And that may have been what we just saw with Chris out there.
Well, if I'm Chris, I go out there and just tackle my guy.
I have a feeling they're fixing to see this one put in the air.
Well, they handed it off to number 1. He's trying to make the corner. Parker Todd almost made a play. They got him hemmed up. He's just going backwards.
He's going backwards.
And that's just going to be a bad decision right there. I think you get a 0 on that test right there.
He ran about 40 yards and he lost about 30 yards.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to let the clock run out right here.
So, yeah, less than 10. So that would probably be the last play of the half right there. 1. All right, that's the end of the first half. Your score, 42-21, favor of the Cougars. We'll take a break. When we get back, it'll be time for the Dunn's Country Store scoring summary. You're watching Blue Devil football.
When did insurance companies start emailing handshakes? Why is a billboard the only place you see your agent's face? Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
See agents Chuck Upchurch, Don Gray, and Bradley Brown. Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley. Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
Dr. Steve Edwards and the Tri-Lake Eye Clinic team strive to provide the best in optometry services. They're a full-service eye and vision care provider, accepting eye emergencies as well as scheduled appointments. Patients go there because they know they will receive the personal attention and professional care that is their foundation. They'll explain every exam and procedure and answer all of their patients' questions. The Tri-Lake Eye Clinic in Water Valley.
The Blue Devil Scoring Summary is sponsored by Dunn's Country Store on Highway 32 West in the Silverina community. Features hickory smoked barbecue, hand-patted never frozen hamburgers, farm-raised catfish, and their cooked-to-order ribeyes served each Friday and Saturday nights.
All right, we're back at the half. Water Valley is down 21. It's time for the Dunn's Country Store scoring summary. Lance, take a deep breath. Take your time. See if you can get through it before the end of half.
Before the end of half. We got a lot of scoring to go here. Well, I'll tell you how it started out with 10:49 in the first quarter. North Panola struck first on a 37-yard touchdown pass from Walls to Walls. They went for 2 points, and that was a completion from Walls to Edwards. It was successful. It was 8-0. Then with 8:08 left in the first quarter, North Panola strikes again on a 9-yard TD run by number 4, Alex Gross. They went for 2 again, and it was actually the same one that completed the first one. It went to Edwards, and it made it 16-0 in favor of North Panola. Then Water Valley gets on the board with 6:42 in the first quarter on a C.J. Telford 4-yard TD run. The extra point, we had a bad snap, and it was no good, so it was 16-6 in favor of North Panola. With 3:50 to go in the first quarter, North Panola strikes again on a 17-yard TD pass from Walls to Robinson. Their 2-point conversion was unsuccessful, and it was 22-6 North Panola. In the second quarter, Water Valley strikes first with 10:18 to go in the second quarter on a 9-yard pass. It was actually a reverse pass. This one went from Morgan to Telford, and we went for 2, and Telford threw it back to Morgan for the 2-point conversion, and it's 22-14 North Panola. With 7:39 in the second quarter, North Panola gets on the board again with a 4-yard TD run from Alex Gross. The 2-point conversion was no good, and it was 28-14 North Panola. North Panola strikes again after a fumble on the kickoff with 7:02 left in the second quarter on a 1-yard TD run, again by number 4, Alex Gross. Walls to Robinson was successful on the 2-point conversion. It was 36-14 in favor of North Panola. North Panola again with 4:27 left to go in the second quarter strikes on a 25-yard TD pass from Walls to Milton. 2-point conversion was no good. North Panola was up 42-14. Water Valley scores with 1:24 left before half on a 7-yard TD run by Carruthers. The extra point by John Surrett was good, and that brings us to our score at halftime. North Panola 42, Water Valley 21.
Well, whew, I mean,
that's a
we
lot
get
of
some
scoring.
oxygen in here from my partner. Well, we knew it. I mean, this North Panola team is just not one you can give stuff to, and we sure gave them plenty of big field positions, big plays, things like that.
You got 2 interceptions,
Yep.
you got a fumble, and then you got them on 4th and 12 and they complete that screen pass. That's what the difference in this ball game is right now.
We'd be winning if it wasn't for those 4, you know.
Yeah, they haven't stopped us. I don't believe either team has punted all night long, right?
We just threw an interception on the ones where they quote unquote stopped us.
Right.
So I mean, Water Valley's got to figure out how to not do that, not turn it over, and keep moving the ball. And we got to figure out how to stop them. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
If you can get them in a long, if we get them in 4th down situations, it's got to be on their side of the field.
Yeah. I mean, if they're not going to turn it over and we're not going to stop them, we're not going to win.
Right.
So, we either got to get some turnovers or we got to get some stops. Now, the silver lining is they really haven't stopped us either. So if we could somehow get a break, get a turnover, get a 4th turnover on downs, we can get back in this.
We can.
We're right now we're 21 points behind, and we're getting the ball to start.
I'm gonna tell you what, teams like this too, North Panola, you start shutting them down and scoring points on them, get some momentum built up, they'll quit on you.
Well, and we talked early in the game about their numbers. They don't have a whole lot of kids that we're used to seeing over there, and
they got to be tired.
They could get tired,
soon.
So we can hope for that anyway.
Well, we'll find out what happens in the second half when we come back. The Blue Devils will get the ball first. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997. Main Street Coffeyville Insurance is now First Choice Insurance. We take pride in our customer service. Our goal is to build long-term relationships with our clients through our experienced agents and the ease of doing business. It is our belief that people should be treated equally with the respect and patience they deserve. Great customer service before, throughout, and after the process is our main concern. We strive to give you the best insurance experience. First Choice has insurance to meet your family's needs. Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drugstore on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and instead of the second half kickoff, the rain kicked off.
The rain came, and the rain did not let up, and it is still raining, and I think you probably have a shot of the field right now.
Yeah.
So
there is a river going through the north east end zone, and no more ball game. So what has happened is both teams have decided to just end the game with the score being 42-21 in favor of North Panola, and they will get the win tonight. The Devils will take a loss. That'll move North Panola to 5-1 overall and 4-0 in the district.
That'll wrap up the district. They're the champions.
That's right. They'll be district champs after that. That brings Water Valley 4-3 overall, 3-1 in the division.
Well,
so,
technically speaking, no, because they got to play Holly Springs.
They still got to play one more, but
yeah.
But even if they got beat, they have beat us, and they beat Senatobia. And
well, that is
so
true.
they have won the division.
Okay,
they win the tiebreaker.
It's complicated, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Okay, so
you're right.
So, Lance, that's, who knew this was going to end the game? But, we talked about it before the game started, what the Devils had to do, and they found out something tonight that we got to be a little bit more prepared on offense and defense when it comes to taking care of the ball.
Taking care of the ball.
Because we didn't have any penalties. We did not have a whole lot of penalties, maybe one or two, and they were, we had the one on the kickoff or whatever. That's whatever, no big deal. But that didn't put you behind the chains, know. But so we did better in that, but we blew some coverages. We turned the ball over, and we kept giving them the ball in horrible field position for us. So we pretty much gave them, I think they had 3 touchdowns and only had to move the ball a total of 60 yards,
Yeah, the turnovers killed us, and then the inability to stop them. Even though we turned the ball over, you still got to every now and then stop them. And we talked about it earlier, there was not a pun in the ball game. Of course, they didn't stop us. I guess you could say we stopped ourselves quite a few times. And another thing is like what Bobby mentioned before we went on the air. If we need rain, if we ever have a drought, schedule North Panola.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Even if it's in the
middle of summer. I mean, that's
4 years
like
in a row.
Clockwork.
4 years in a row and 5 games within those 4 years.
But now here's the decision though. You got to figure out who gets the rain. Because it's going to rain at the field you schedule it at.
That's right.
You can't guarantee that they got rain tonight.
Hey,
up
that
there
may be a way we can get an influx of money into our athletic program. We take bids on who wants us where we want to play North Panola.
So John Ingram, if you're listening, you can write that check out to. So, anyway, that's what's going on. The Blue Devils are taking one on the chin tonight, but. They live to play again next week, and next week's game is still going to be a pretty tough one. You got to go and play Senatobia.
And it's a very important one, too.
Right.
It's the difference between us, having a home game in the playoffs to start with
or being on the road.
Mm-hmm. A victory would get us a home game, the number 2 seed, and a loss would put us in that 3 seed, and we'd be on the road.
My goodness. Well, we'll take a break right now. When we get back, we'll talk about Senatobia.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football and academics, selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for over 60 years. C.W. White offers local express ethanol and non-ethanol gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street in Water Valley. Also additional locations of local express and Sunoco fuels in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season.
Turnage Drugstore, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drugstore on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
All right, we're back, and next week the Blue Devils will travel to Senatobia to take on those guys, and they're not a slouch either, Lance. We got they might not be as high powered as North Panola, but they're still a pretty good ball club, and the Devils have got to put in some good work this week.
Yeah, I agree. A matter of fact, now when they played North Panola about 3 weeks ago, North Panola beat them, but it was a 20-14 ball game.
That's right.
So they're
going to have some speed, and they're going to play some good defense.
And they've got a lot to play for, too. Like I said,
right.
we win, we get to host a first-round playoff game. If they win, they're going to host a first-round playoff game, and the loser is not. So it's going to be a very big game. And
yeah, that's right. Sometimes you might be in a situation where the other team doesn't have much to play for, or it wouldn't matter.
Right.
But in this case, they're playing for the same thing we are.
That's right. It matters. It matters a whole lot because we match up with Region 4 in the first round of the playoffs, and more than likely, if you're a 3 or 4 team, you're going to have to either travel to Noxubee or
Ackerman.
Ackerman. That's right, Choctaw Central. So that's a pretty tough draw in the first round. You'd much rather play at home, and more than likely you might get Houston or you might get Hatley or maybe Aberdeen. I think Aberdeen's out.
Aberdeen is out. Yeah, they've had the situation with a virus, and so they're not going to get to play their next 2 games. By the way, to let everybody know, if you have to cancel a game, it is considered a forfeit now in region play.
Oh, okay.
So when that happens, the game is forfeited.
Right.
And it goes down as a 2-0 loss or victory.
Right.
Depending on which side you're on there.
So there's asterisks.
So there's a lot to play for next week. It's a lot to play for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, for both teams. As a matter of fact, it's going to amount to who gets second place and who gets third.
Right. Yep.
Well, the last memory I have of us playing in Senatobia was, Bob, you remember that game when Alex Robles was a kicker, and he had made a couple of field goals, 2 or 3 that game, and it was back and forth, and then in the second half, all of a sudden, we just lost it.
Yeah.
And they scored probably 3 or 4 in a row, and it looked bad in the scoring column, but it was really a pretty daggum great game until fourth quarter, halfway through the fourth quarter.
They're going to be ready for us, and they're going to be a tough opponent.
They're a big 3A school.
They are, and we just saw the score where they just won their ball game tonight. Where there's a minute left, but they were up 35-14.
Yeah.
So
that was over
Independence.
Yeah, and the Independence gave
cross county rival.
All we wanted.
Yeah, and Independence gave us North Panola team a good run. All they wanted a week ago.
That's right. So Independence is playing some ball too. So, well, Water Valley's got a couple of things to clean up. Maybe, but I do like we're getting a couple of guys healthy back. We're getting some players, starting to get some players back. So, like Parker Todd, maybe and he'll have another week to heal up. You hate to lose tonight, but you're still in the playoffs. You just want to make it easy on yourself.
Right.
But I had a coach one time that said, I would love to have home field advantage, whatever. But at some point, we're going to have to play a monster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
whether it's on the road or home.
On the road the first game or at home the third game. We're going to have to play a monster.
Yeah.
So, y'all better get ready.
Yeah.
But,
and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because, if we lose to Senatobia, then we're into the season at 4-4. If we go on the road and have to play a Noxubee or Chickasaw.
Now you're messing with the winning or losing year.
Then we could end up with a 4-5 season. Of course, if you had a losing season, 2020 is probably the year to have it.
Right, you can throw an asterisk beside it and move on.
That's right. Yeah. So
So a win against Senatobia next week would assure a winning, or at least not a losing season.
Right. At least an even season at the worst.
Right.
That is correct. Yeah.
That's right. Well, we'll take a break and we'll get back. We'll talk about whatever playoff scenario that we're going to may be in, and we'll wrap things up. So we'll take a break now and be back after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
The Grenada law firm of Horan and Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnalt are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football and academics, selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for over 60 years. C.W. White offers local express ethanol and non-ethanol gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street in Water Valley. Also additional locations of local express and Sunoco fuels in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season.
Okay, we want to look now at the playoff situation the best we can. You know, we're into week 4 of most regional play, and of course we see where we sit now at 3-1. North Panola, they're 4-0. Senatobia now is 3-1. Independence is 1-3. Bahia and Holly Springs coming into the game tonight. They were both 0-3, so somebody's going to get a win out of that. And so, but they're basically at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
When we're talking about if they're really going to go into the playoffs, probably not.
It looks like 1 and 4 are pretty much set. It's just a matter between us and Senatobia for 2 and 3.
That's right. Yeah. But we'll play Region 4 is a region that we're going to be playing this, which includes teams from Choctaw County, Noxubee County, Houston, and Hatley will be the teams. I don't think Aberdeen now has a shot with the final 2 games going to be forfeited for them, which will give them a total of 4 division or region losses. So as we were talking about earlier, it looks like we could be playing either Noxubee or Choctaw County at this point, unless we can pull off the Senatobia win. If we pull off the Senatobia win, then we're probably looking at Houston or Hatley.
Well, if Hatley loses tonight and loses next week, that would keep Aberdeen in there, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure if Hatley has played Aberdeen. If one of the games, if Aberdeen has to forfeit against Hatley would get a win because they're having to forfeit,
right?
And they would have the head-to-head.
But there wouldn't be a point. It wouldn't hurt you in points, though.
Yeah,
well, there wouldn't be any points
head-to-head
there.
is the first tiebreaker,
right?
And they would have that. So.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to go any further.
So I feel pretty confident in saying that Aberdeen is out and Hatley's going to
probably so. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Hatley had not coming in tonight had not won a region game. They were 0-2. Aberdeen was 1-2.
Well, you know, the Devils went down last year, played Choctaw down there. Coach Jeff Roberts, and they had a couple of daggum studs down there. I'm gonna tell you what, they had a running back looked like a young Emmitt Smith. And then
his dad played at Mississippi State. It was that DeCenzo Miller was the guy that played at Mississippi State, and that was his son. But I heard he transferred out.
Really?
So he's not there, but evidently they have some other good ones because they still got a good
ball club. Yeah.
They're 5-2 overall. Of course, Choctaw and Noxubee are playing each other tonight, so it'll be interesting to see. Pretty much that's for the title,
right? Yeah.
Of the region there. But should be an interesting thing. It always is. It's tough sometimes scenario. We have a very interesting one going on in Region 3. There's only 2 teams that qualify for the playoffs in that region, which is Winona and I apologize, I can't remember the second team. But there's only 2 teams that are playing in that region.
Oh, wow.
So that region will play Region 1 in the first round of the playoffs. So apparently the top 2 teams will get buys in that region.
Nice.
Wow, yeah.
Or forfeits. I guess it'd be a bye, but it'll technically it'll be a forfeit, but it'll be a bye as well. So
wow,
unless they come up with some other scenario that I'm not familiar with, that's possible. But you'd have to grab another team out of another, and that wouldn't be fair, I wouldn't think. No. So
I kind of agree with you. I think the first 2 teams will get a bye. Mm-hmm.
That would seem like the most logical scenario at this point. And there's going to be others too.
Yeah.
Our neighbors south of us, Coffeyville, there were very few teams that played in their region. Of course, regions in 1A, they have only 2 in the north, where we have 4 in this division and in a classification. They've only played 2 actual on-field games, okay?
Wow.
And they've lost both.
Dang.
But they're 5-2.
Yeah.
Because they have 5 forfeits.
Right, right.
Yeah.
This is 2020, man.
Yeah.
It's wow.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Well, there's society in general is going south, and I'm going to tell you why. If you turn the camera down there and look at this river, when I was growing up, there'd be 15 kids in that water right now.
That's a sure sign.
There's not any kids in that, and that's a problem.
Matter of fact, the kids probably would have it splashed all out.
We'd had the water gone by now.
Right.
We're the human squeegees. But all right, next week the Devils are headed up to Senatobia. Want to invite everybody to get up there and support the Blue Devils and help us try to get a W and improve our chances of getting a home game for the first round of the playoffs. So until then, for Lance Clement and Bob Murphy, I'm Steve Lindsay. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Today's game has been brought to you by Turnage Drug Store, Farm Bureau Insurance, Tri-Lake Eye Clinic, Midtown Auto Parts, Mechanics Bank, Water Valley and Oxford, Valley Tool Incorporated, State Farm Insurance, C.W. White Incorporated, Black & Associates PA, Luke's Body Shop, Renaissance Bank of Water Valley, Horan & Horan PLLC, Remax Legacy Realty, Sherry Fisher, Yellowbush General Hospital and Nursing Home, First Choice Insurance with 3 locations, Crow Martin PLLC, and Dunn's Country Store. Water Valley Blue Devil Football has been a production of Murphy Productions.